Hey, man. What's good? What's good?
What's good? Hey, wait, hold on real quick. I'm sorry. Do you want me to interact with camera or interact with you?
Whatever you feel like, man.
Okay, buddy.
There will be a time we got to do camera, and a time you got to interact with me,
cool.
man. You play by ear. You play by ear.
We in here.
All right, we keep this up. Okay.
All right.
Well, just keep it this. Keep it this. Anyways.
What's up, man?
What's good? What's good? So we're at the Music Box right now.
Yeah,
you haven't been here since 2019. How does it feel back to be here? This is the same place.
Yes.
First headline show, right, in San Diego?
Yes. Well, this is my third headline here, but my last time here was I believe April 2019, and you know, everything. Like I moved from San Diego to LA within that time period, so it's like really a nice moment for me to just kind of be back. It feels like a homecoming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you used to live here so long, right?
Yeah, but when I did the headline before, it was just kind of off the strength of how we always mobilize. But after 2020, my music went to another level with the NBA 2K and all kinds of different shit. So it was like, for me to come back and do the music that went to the next level, like I'm really excited about that. You know what I mean?
I hear you. And I think it was 2018, you did your first headline show in San Diego.
Yeah.
And I think, was it this year or last year, you did your first headline show because you moved up to LA. That's when you did too, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel? Because, you know, I think back in the day, you know, you were paying dive bars just to perform, and now look at you now.
Let's go.
How does it feel?
Man, you know what's up.
I know what's up.
Absolutely. Like 2010, 2011, you know, all the early years. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was the guy who just peeked his head out. Don used to. We used to have to like sell a certain amount of tickets at Porter's Pub to
just to do like 10 minutes,
two
right?
songs,
Yeah.
And if we didn't sell our tickets, if we didn't sell enough tickets, we would literally walk to the back of the line at Porter's. Whoever was like, I would open for like Logic or whoever.
Yeah.
And we'd sell them to the back of the line. That was the stuff we were on. And then, you know, God bless Trevor. When he started working with Party Naked, started putting me on shows like with Waka Flocka and all kinds of different people in the city, and that gave me an opportunity to just really like practice and get on bigger stages. So, man, I'm just grateful to be back at a dope ass venue like this. I love music.
You do.
Yeah, it's really tight.
It is a sick venue.
Yeah, it's nice having a green room too.
That's nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Like,
dude, green rooms are nice as.
It's just, you know, you're just so, as an artist and up and comer, you're in a local and all that. Like you get used to after a while just like getting the shorthand on everything. You're just like, oh, like. You get no drinks, you get no food, you get, you know, and it is what it is. Like, you're just grateful to rock, but it's nice to have, you know, it's nice to have all the essentials when you pull up, and I can relax in the room and have some food, have some drinks. It's nice, man. It's those little things I really like. So,
I got a quick question for you, Nicky.
Yeah.
So they call you Ill Nicky.
Yep.
And I want to know, man.
What'd you say?
I want to know.
Oh, you want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah.
You ever seen a doctor before, man? You got to get that checked out, you know? What's good?
Maybe.
Why do they call you Ill Nicky for?
You know what I mean? It's funny you say that, though, too, because my brother used to call me Sick Nick all the time. And anytime I was sick, he'd be like, Sick Nick! But Ill came from actually the acronym first. So I wanted to start a clothing company or a lifestyle brand first. And so I started, I was trying to pick something that I would forever believe in, something that I would never get over and I would never get sick of, and to me that was love life. So I chose the acronym
shirts,
I love life, yeah. So the acronym for Ill I really liked because it was also an Italian word. Ill is kind of putting it before someone's name in Italian is like calling someone sir. Okay. So I thought it really made a lot of sense when people started calling me Ill Nicky. It was more of just like they knew the brand first. So that was really cool, and I love where it's gone. I think it's like moments like this where it's very inclusive and it's all about togetherness and community, and I think that's starting to manifest itself within the slogan "I love life." So
yeah,
I think it will make sense.
Well said. Yep.
Yeah.
Ill Nicky, Nicky B, Nicky Butter. You know how it is.
How do you know this?
Hey, moving on.
Wow, bro.
But let's talk about, you dropped.
I love this.
You dropped an EP last year, the Virgil EP.
Yeah.
And I think one of my favorite songs on there, "Come Alive." The beat just hard as fuck, you know.
Bro.
And what was the process like doing that? Like, what was your writing process?
That's actually a really dope question. So Virgil actually, come on in, Zed. So basically,
Can you close the door too? Close the door after you're done.
I'm just doing an interview right now, so. Virgil basically was the. It comes from the Divine Comedy. It's an Italian poem, and that's where my last name comes from, Beatrice. She was the angel in the story, and I wanted to pick a name that not only had like an Italian background, but also someone who represented me.
Yeah.
And so Virgil was the guide for Dante to lead him through hell, purgatory, and into heaven. I thought that that's kind of the role that a lot of us play for each other, is just kind of guiding each other. So that was the name, but the music, the style of the music was really in a testament to the producer. My executive producer is Billion Coast. He's done a lot of stuff with Marky Basie, and he's really, really talented. We opened a studio together called Studio 403, and from there began to build our team. And among those team members is one of my best friends, Obvi, who is a super talented songwriter, and Wyatt Woodley, really dope young producer. And collectively, we kind of just got in there and had fun. We had my guitarist, Gray Trainer, play guitar on it, like the No Roads riff, and Jordan Meek, who's this really dope Australian producer. He came in and played synths. Everything, I felt like it has a nice like dark 80s synthwave like feel, but it still has like a live feel to it, like in the breakdowns and the outros. So I wanted to do something that was the soundtrack to the Divine Comedy.
I feel you.
So
And, you've been on the grind for so long, like over a decade, I would say.
Yeah.
And you've collaborated with so many artists, and you've been blowing up just year after year.
Yeah.
And I want to know, because I heard. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're good.
But yeah. I heard through the grapevine. You would listen to artists say, for example, like Zeds Dead, and then you've blown up and collaborated with him, right?
Bro.
How does that feel?
Well, you know what? So me and Mikey Caesar, we lived together here in PB for 4 or 5 years. Yep. We came up together, and he started doing a lot of verses for like EDM songs. Back in the day, we were doing stuff like that just to get on stages in San Diego. We felt like if we can kind of match the energy, if we can kind of match the energy of these clubs that like DJs were already spinning, then we could kind of get on stage. And so that's what we did. We thought it was just a necessary way to get on stage. So we started rapping and doing our songs to like Zeds Dead stuff and Zoo and things like that, and it really worked out. But yeah, like he did a couple of things with him, and we continue to just work with different people in the industry in that way. So it's cool. Yeah.
All right, speaking about PB too, you've had a long career, but to keep the career afloat too, you've done some odd jobs. You've done some jobs.
Yeah.
You worked at, I think, Shore House. You worked at
Firehouse.
Firehouse. Sorry,
yeah,
Firehouse.
Yeah.
And that Italian restaurant, like Ill.
That's it. Il Fornaio.
Il Fornaio.
Yep.
Maybe even like a Lexus dealership. I don't know.
Yeah.
I worked at
the
what's the worst job you've ever been?
Probably the car wash at the Lexus
wash?
dealership. Just because it was like started at like 6 a.m. and it was like really, really cold. I didn't like driving Uber.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found joy in the hospitality jobs. I liked working in restaurants.
Yeah, I can tell you're a pretty personable guy.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, but I grew up in the restaurant industry too, so it was like it felt it's natural. But yeah.
Listen to your songs, they go hard, and
Thank you.
you dropped so many like mixtapes, EPs, even a few albums.
Yeah.
And I want to know, what artists, just basically built you up. Like, what made, who did you listen to that made you?
Ooh. So one of the biggest ones is Kid Cudi, Pursuit of Happiness. Man on the Moon. The whole album, Man on the Moon. That lyrically, I think, and melodically was like something that was really impactful for me. Kanye with College Dropout was impactful for me in in kind of like how I would build my brand. I loved his collaboration, like the way he would work with choirs, and he just introduced. And I'm from the church. I'm from the Catholic Church. So I'm from the choir and stuff. So I loved the way that he would implement that into his music too. And those are probably my two biggest. And then who do I usually say? There's other artists that I was like a huge fan of, but I think Tech Nine honestly was a really, really good early influence for me on the branding side of things, because he was independent, he had strange music, so I think I took a lot from that playbook of being like, kind of do all the things. And then early on I was like double time rapping all the time. So I honestly wasn't really melodic until like maybe 2-3 years ago. Well, I was always melodic in my music in the choruses, but like I was like rapping double time bars for most of my career.
Still rapping bars, man.
Thanks, bro. Just a different formula, but yeah, Tech Nine, I always loved him. Yeah.
All right, you know, we've done a minute in this interview. I know, man, like, you feel like we're homies now. You feel like we're paisanos.
Yeah, we paisan. Yeah, bro, you my paisan, absolutely, bro. Italian shit's a lifestyle. Yeah, for sure, man. Familia.
Yeah, since we're familiar, you know, familia, for me, I love to give gifts to my familia, you know?
Yeah.
And so I got some gifts for you.
Okay, bro. Amazing. Love gifts.
Hardware type shit.
No hardware type shit.
You know?
You in your own lane.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, you've had a long career, and you know, you've been rapping, like, I don't know, 10 plus years. And I want to give you something that, like, you first started out with. Like, you know, I think one of your first songs was like a remix of this, and it's actually Notorious B.I.G, Big Poppa.
Oh, what? Dude, how are you getting this info? How did you know that?
Man, word gets around, you know. But yeah, I give you
who could you?
of some remixes.
You would have to. The only person in the world that you would talk to, you would have to talk to my brothers.
Hey, shout out to Big A.
What is going on? That's amazing. This for me?
That's for you.
Oh my God, bro! This is so fire! Oh my God, I'm framing this. I'm putting this in the studio for show. That is a really thoughtful gift, bro. Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you.
Like it.
That you said. Shout out, Big A.
So you got that, but you know.
Man, thank you.
You shared the stage with so many legends too, and one of them was this person right here, and I got a gift to you. You know, Big Tymers, and one of them was Manny Fresh. You know?
Oh, boy. Yes. Shout out Taylor Michael. We rocked the show. What was that show? It was the Courtyard show. Yeah. Shout out Trevor and Party Naked. Aquil. I remember that show. God, that's crazy. These are fire, bro. Why I show Billion this shit? It's crazy.
All right.
Thank you, bro.
I got a few more questions for you.
Okay.
You know, interview is wrapping up, so let me hit you with some more heaters, you know.
Please, bro.
And let's talk about, you know, we talked a little bit about your beginnings, but let's talk about a little bit more.
Yeah.
And what can you tell me about this group called Uncertain Minds?
Oh my God, yo! So Uncertain Minds was me, my brother Aaron was Big A, as you said. Amir was Braggados, and then Serge was the Mad Russian. And then we had my other brother Mike, Big Mike, and then Nick, our Palestinian homie, we called Nick the Nose. And our group was just like Jedi mind tricks kind of like style music. It was just very overly lyrical, very lo-fi beats. It was cool. Yeah, Uncertain Minds, bro, I'm tripping.
Well, thanks for taking time to do the interview.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts.
Yeah. But before we turn off the camera, I got one last question.
Please.
Let's end it on a fun one.
Cool.
And you know, I want to know if this is true or not.
Yeah.
Is it true? One time, you know, you got so drunk, you woke up handcuffed to your bed. You gotta tell the story behind that. Come on.
Did I? That happened? That didn't happen.
That didn't happen?
No, that happened.
Alright. Then you know what?
I'm gonna let y'all hear that one.
I didn't want to do this, but I gotta bring this out there.
Okay.
You know, let's look at this video.
Come on.
You know, you're back in San Diego. You spent a lot of time here, so I want to know what you know about this. What you know about this.
What do we got? How deep is this gonna go?
Everyone knows you're a singer, but everyone doesn't
5
know
years
you're
ago,
an actor.
did you see yourself being a busboy?
Oh my God, bro.
What's this about? What's this about?
No, because it's not.
You remember this at all?
Yes, I remember this. A day in the life. Nick Fushini or whatever they called me. That was a video that we did. Shout out my boy DJ Decon. He was at SDSU and he was doing like a midterm paper, and they basically had to do like a video, I don't know, it was for the San Diego Film Festival, or like Junior Film Festival or something like that. So yeah, I was like, you could come to work and like follow me around. I'm a bus boy. Maybe that'll help. Like maybe you can get some cool shit like that. And my brother Aaron was in there. It was classic, bro. That's so funny. I'd never really showed many people that. That's dope, man. This has been dope.
I'm glad you had a good time, because I had a good time too.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
And you know, this interview is all about you. So let's wrap up the interview. It's gonna, you look at the camera this time. You know, enough about me. You're the camera. What you gotta plug? Your social media. You know, rest of the time is all you. Just you and the camera.
You know, I want to just shout out to the whole Ill movement, the team, Trevor, Sean, and Don. Amanda, Brendan, Ramsey. There's so many, man, it goes so deep. I want to shout out to my boy Zed, who's been doing so much content for me. I want to shout out to Rob Law, Xavier, Natalie, and Trey Aces for being on this show with me. But ultimately, I'm dropping a lot of music. And I just, Sun is Up comes out this Friday, so go get that, pre-save that. And the merch store is open for business, so we got tons of merch available. And Virgil obviously is out, and you know, we're gonna keep pushing. I just signed a deal with Jane Group as a touring agency, so we're gonna get on tour come this summer, and we're gonna put the foot on the gas and represent San Diego in a real way.
Thank you.
Earworm, you dig?